Good morning, everyone. I am Jimmy, your astute tourist. Welcome. It's Monday morning. It's Monday Morning Live and a cup of Joe. Hope you're all doing well. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Good morning. First sip of the day. Best sip of the day. Gotta love that morning coffee. And Joe loves it too. Drinking it out of his mess kit cup. And I hope you guys are doing well. It's good to see y'all. Thank you for coming in. Kenny is here, the Daily Dose of the Bible. Good morning to you, Kenny. Thank you, sir. Shirley is giving us some early morning glitter bombs. Good morning, Shirley. How are you? Dawn is saying that she can't mod today. She somehow has hurt herself and she is on crutches and sitting awkward to keep her leg elevated. I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope you heal up quickly and feel better soon. But lurking is okay. You do get a lurking pass, so we're thinking about you and keeping you in our prayers and positive thoughts. And everybody says good morning. Lone Cross is here. Good morning. Thank you for coming in. No picture. Oh, my good gravy. I can see that. Oh, the picture just popped up. You know, technology is the worst. What a terrible grainy picture. I don't know what's going on. This happens all the time. Let me check the settings. Let's go into the settings. I'm looking at it. It's not coming up very well, but we'll do the best we can. So what can we do? At least you can see me. So, gotta love technology, right? These things are always throwing us a glitch. It is Monday morning after all. I hope this isn't the trend for the day. Yeah, I hope you feel better, Dawn. Charlie says he sees me. Good morning, Charlie. How are you, my friend? Hope everybody's had a good weekend. Good to see you all. How's everybody doing? I had an interesting weekend. I didn't do a whole lot. It was nice to kind of get back to doing chores and things around the house. I mean, I miss being on vacation. Don't touch a thing. I promise I won't touch anything, Kenny. Yeah, the weekend was nice. It's always hard coming back from vacation. It was our first real week, I think, coming back, my first real weekend. But I got some things done. I was able to restack the wood. We have a farmer's porch on the front of the house where I had all the wood stacked, and we burnt through probably more than half of it. And I had to move some of it down, and I restacked it and cleaned the porch up. And but the other thing that I worked on this weekend was trying to find passive income, and that's what I wanted to talk about today. Passive income and finding means to generate extra cash flow. And I'm wondering, do you folks do anything for passive income? You know, selling the swag and relying on super chats and that once you get monetized is all well and good, but it's tough to try to sell your brand. Oh, that's good coffee. Tough to sell your brand, but there's got to be other ways that folks are and other things that folks are doing to try to bring in some extra cash. And I was wondering, what do you do? What do you do to bring in extra money? I'll put some music on in the background because that's who I am. I like to have music. Let me know if it's too loud. Yeah. So what is it that you do to bring in extra income? Kenny wants to come on the panel, and I'm sorry, Kenny. I always forget to do that. Of course you can. Let me put the link down in there for you, my friend. Pardon me, getting those morning yayas out. So Charlie's been thinking about it. I've been toying with some things. I'm not sure exactly what I should be doing, but I started writing a book. Good morning, Kenny.
Good morning, but you're not going to believe this. I cannot see you on the screen.
You're kidding me. Does everyone else see me? Can anybody see me?
Oh,
Other than Kenny? I can see you, Kenny.
I cannot see you at all.
Throw a
bro.
1 in the chat if you guys can see me. Oh my goodness.
Oh, God.
Gotta love it. It's Monday morning, Kenny.
Yes, this morning.
Well, how are you doing even though you can hear me and you can't see me?
I'm
All right,
doing
so
pretty good.
Dawn says she can see me. It's a perfect. All ones across the board. So Kenny, I don't know. Maybe you need to go back out.
I didn't go back out, go back in.
All right.
There you
Go ahead.
be back.
Do that. Come back in. All right. I'm glad it's not me. You guys can see me. So, and Dawn, you're supposed to be resting. I appreciate it though, my friend. So Lone Cross says, I work 2 jobs, so I have no time for extra activities, just writing a novel and a screenplay when I have time to. So, yeah, I want to find passive income so that I can semi-retire. I reviewed my retirement, and in order for me to retire a little bit early, there's no way I can solely rely on my retirement money. So I'm trying to find means to be able to bring in passive income. Can you see me now, Kenny?
No, sir. I cannot.
Sorry, buddy.
Well,
Anyway, so if you want to just listen in, maybe it'll pop up at some point.
maybe. Probably at the end of your show.
Right at the end, you'll be able to see me.
Yes.
Well, it'll be like, for you, it'll be like a radio show, Kenny.
Okay.
You can listen. It'll be like a podcast. So we're talking about passive income. And I know for Kenny, that's not a good option for you because you rely on, is it Medicaid, right? And some other things that you rely on?
Yeah, I rely on Medicaid and SSI is what I rely on.
Right. So my youngest son, who has he has an injury, and he relies on the same thing, so he can't work either. And if he does,
There you are.
hey, hi, buddy. Yeah, he relies on the same thing, SSI and Medicaid. And if he was to work and bring in extra income, they would dock some or all of his money. So that will not work out for some people. But I was saying that I would like to. Let me back up. Going to Florida really sparked something in me, which I have that wanderlust again, and I want to be able to go on the road and travel more instead of going to the daily grind every day. And it's not that I don't like where I work or what I do. I have this wanderlust, and I want to be able to afford to have a little more freedom and latitude. And I'm thinking that if I can find a way to generate a steady income of passive income, that will help with that. So that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about passive income. I've been looking online and looking at means to do it. There's all kinds of ideas out there. You can become a travel agent. You can start a blog, which I have all of that. I haven't really put any effort into trying to get advertising on my website and that. I'm not that computer savvy, so I think I need to pay somebody to really manage the website. But so passive income, like I said, I started to write a book, believe it or not, and it's a children's book because that's the That's the level I'm on, Kenny. I'm writing children's books. So I started doing that this weekend, and believe it or not, it's the content of it is done. And I'm working on the illustration now, and then all I have to do is publish it. Now, will it sell? I don't know. So Charlie's saying, tell us about the spark. So, okay, so here's the spark. I've been doing the same thing it'll be 40 years in June. I've talked about this before. I love what I do, but I'm getting older, and, if you were to eat the same meal every day, you think, Kenny, would you like to eat the same thing every day?
No, not really. I'm one of these that likes to mix things up.
Yeah, like a little variety, right?
Yeah.
So that's the point I'm getting in my life, is that I need more variety. Kenny's got a thought.
You're frozen on the screen.
Wow. I can see it now. It is frozen. Well, let's give it
a...
You can hear me, though, right?
Yes.
Well, let's see what happens. So I was talking about the spark. So when I went to Florida, I really liked being in the warm weather, and I liked the beaches, and I liked the palm trees. And I'm not saying that I'm going to spend every day on the beach, every day hugging a palm tree, but I want to be able to have that latitude and that freedom to be able to maybe do some things that you normally wouldn't do. And I still want to work, but I want to do it on my terms. Maybe live in the RV and work from there. I think that would be a lot of fun. So I started looking at some things on YouTube and online, and one of them was writing a book. Become a published author. Now, I'm not writing a novel like Lone Cross. I don't think I have the mental fortitude for that. But I'm like a child in my head, and hey, I unfroze.
Yes.
I'm like a child upstairs, and I relate really well to childish things, and so I started to write a children's book. Now, I'm not going to tell you what it's about yet until it's done, and then I'll promote it. But you can become a published author through Amazon, and I've heard other people doing it. And has anybody in the chat, have you tried doing that? Lone Cross, have you tried to do anything through the Amazon publishing? So that's the first thing I'm trying. I have some other irons in the fire as well. Colleen and I started doing an arbitrage business, and we probably could start that again, but we just haven't had the time right now, especially with her job where she works in retail. The last thing she wants to do is come home and deal with retail, so I can understand that as well. Have you thought about passive income, Kenny? I know you and I talked about t-shirts and that, and you really can't, but have you met anybody that does anything like that, or?
Well, I thought about doing some type of work where I work like from home, like do like what Meg does. Is something with the internet, and it's an online job. I don't know. I can't remember what type of job it is, but from what I understand, she makes really good money from this
and that's
this job.
An online job. I think would work for something like that would work for me, because being on the road, as long as you have a Wi-Fi, an internet connection, you could work, right? Excuse me a minute.
Yes.
I'm going to sneeze. or I was going to sneeze. I just want to recognize Mr. Tranquillo. Good afternoon, I should say to you. Good morning, where we're at. Kenny and I are in the Eastern Standard Time Zone, but good morning and good afternoon to you, my friend. I hope your sailing went well last week. It's good to see you, and thank you for coming in. Definitely appreciate your support. The Gaylors are here. Good morning, Gaylors. How are you?
Good
Okay,
morning, you Gaylors.
On your phone, so you can't tag, but we recognize you and we appreciate you coming in. I hope you've had a good weekend. Hope everybody has had a good weekend. We're talking about passive income for those that are coming in just now. I'm in the process of writing a children's book. I actually have another book that I started as well, and it's a tourism type book, but I put that on the back burner because the children's book is something that I wanted to try, and I think I can do it a lot quicker and get that out. So Mr. Tranquillo says, yeah, it was a great sail and had a strong wind. Thanks for asking. You're welcome.
But I know that any other extra income that I do or whatever, I still have to report it and turn it in and things like that. So
what we need to do is find some income for you where you don't get physical money, but you get things that you need, like clothing and food. I don't know. Some way we could get you paid without getting actual money, because
yeah,
we could call them gifts. I'm sure that you can get gifts, right?
Yeah.
Instead of the actual money. So we got to think on that for Kenny. That way we can we'll get Kenny a budgie smuggler and a tank top, and we'll get him out on the the Lido deck.
Or get me to where I get around some good food. It'll make your tongue suck and brain.
Right? You get paid. You wouldn't get nothing else done. You'd be eating and slapping your brain. Yeah, so we're talking passive income. So like I said, I'm trying the book thing right now, and again, not a novel. I'm also considering writing like a I don't know what you would call it, but like producing books that for musicians, say like a musician's Bible or something like that. Something that interests me and that maybe other musicians would be interested in. But books is one way to generate passive income. Of course, the swag. I know there's. I have a few friends that they actually do T-shirts, and not just their channel logo and that, but they make all kinds of different T-shirts, and I think they do pretty well at that. I don't know if that's something that I want to do. I think Eddie Lugo would be really good at that. He's a graphics guy. I love his logo with the rooster on it and that. Are you familiar with his logo, Kenny?
Yes, where he's says a good morning quickie or something like that.
Yeah. I love the rooster. It's perfect.
Yeah.
So he seems like he has a good eye. Josh and from Moonlight, forgive me. From the
Josh and Chastity from Moonlight Adventures.
Thank you. Moonlight Adventures. I wanted to say the Moonlight Mafia, but that's their group. That's people like you and I. But yeah, Moonlight Adventures. They have a new. I saw they have a new logo for their T-shirt, I think, and it looks awesome. Go ahead, Kenny.
They actually just opened up a new merch store.
That's what I saw. I saw that last night before I went to bed.
It's something called Bonfire, I want to say.
I think you're right. I'm going to look into that. Good morning, Mom. My mother is with us. She says Dad says good morning. Dad's up already? or is he just laying there awake? So he'll do that. My dad will wake up, but he won't get out of bed yet. He'll be laying there just while he's awake. But good morning to my mother and my dad. Hope you guys had a good weekend.
Mom and Dad.
It's nice to see Mom coming into the chat a little bit more than normal. She's usually lurking. But yeah, we're talking about passive income. So if anybody's got any ideas or anything that you've tried, go ahead and share it with us. Like I said, I started doing the book this weekend. I worked a lot of it yesterday. Hefty's in the house. Good morning, Sean. How are you, my friend?
Good morning.
Him and I have still yet to get together. Sean and I have been trying to get together to do to go out to eat or something. But since we went on vacation, we're trying to recoup some of those Federal Reserves so that we can pay for. I gotta finish paying for the trip. Mr. Tranquillo says good morning to your mom and dad, and he's waving with some pink waving hands. Mr. Tranquillo says good morning to Sean. He's just laying there. Okay, that's what I figured. Well, good morning, Dad. Don't forget to get up and shave. Have some breakfast. Start your day. Shirley's saying good morning to Sean. Yeah, so who knows? I don't know. I get a lot of ideas. Like I said, we'll try out this book thing first. I hope to have it published soon, within the next week or so. I'm reading this. Explore Passive. It says right here, explore passive income. This is my note of things to do. But Bonfire, we were talking about that. I'm not familiar with them, and I'm going to look into them because I have a Zazzle account as well. I'm not happy with the Spring store. And I honestly haven't gone over to change the graphics. So we went from this logo, which is a nice logo, to this logo. And I like the new one better. So I need to get over, and we need to change our cups and our t-shirts and that. But I've been waiting because I'm looking to change the company that we do business with. Some of the spring t-shirts just are not very good. We ordered some sweatshirts. I have some friends that ordered some sweatshirts as well, and one wash and the graphic came off. Not good. So I don't want to beat up Spring at all, but that didn't work out very well. So now the t-shirts are fine. For whatever reason, the t-shirts that we got are fine. It was the sweatshirts.
Yeah, I've heard some other people say that they've had issues with Spring. So
yeah, so if you're looking for a company to produce your swag, I would say look into something else. Now, a lot of people say that that Zazzle is what works well. I don't know. And now I'm looking at Bonfire, and I don't even know what they are. They just handle the sales of it, or can they design your stuff too? So good morning, Paul. How are you? Thank you. Like I do every week, I want to give a shout out to PSV Odyssey and Mr. Paul Vines. Thank you for everything that you do, sir. Paul every day puts out a list of the channels that go live for that day, and I appreciate you doing that for me. And I know I can speak for the rest of the channels that we thank you very, very much, my friend. I appreciate that. Paul's got a new video out too. He's got a couple new videos out actually. So go over to PSV Odyssey and check him out. Kenny, you want to throw his link up there?
sure.
If you wouldn't mind, sir. Go on over to Paul's channel. Let's support him. Leave him a comment, give him a like, and if you're so inclined, you can subscribe to his channel. I would do it. I'm definitely subscribed, and I piggyback on his cocktail idea. We do Hump Day Cocktail Hour on Wednesday. So what I should do maybe is feature the drink that he did at the last video. Maybe I'll do that this Wednesday. We'll feature that drink. So Dawn says, I think that spring got too big too quick. Quality went down. Yeah, and I asked some people and like, oh, we use spring. So I went over to it, and honestly, even some of the glasses. Now the coffee mug is fine. I have 2 of these, and that print on there does not come off. But I ordered a couple pint glasses, and the ink's coming off. So the quality's just not there. And that's our branding on there. You represents us, and if somebody gets a poor quality shirt or a poor quality glass, coffee mug, whatever it is, you don't want them representing your logo. So the Gaylor said, I read somewhere last week about someone who had started writing a book. He was very proud of his accomplishment. Yeah, now like I said, it's not a novel or anything like that. Although I do have some ideas. I just don't know if I have the mental fortitude to do it. But this book is a children's book, and we'll see. I got a couple ideas for some children's books, so I am, after all, a kid at heart. Sean says he's got a good graphic company. The thing with the graphics, though, Sean, is the companies that we use do drop shipping, which is perfect for us. That way I don't have to maintain any stock. I don't have to deal with the shipping part of it. So we go in, we start our store, we design our stuff, and then somebody like you, Sean, would go and you would buy a t-shirt. They take care of printing it, they mail it out to you, and we get a portion of the sales. So because I would look for a local graphic company around here. I know of one. I have a friend of mine that has his own company right in the town we grew up in, and he's great, and quality is perfect, but he got the pages numbered. Let's see. Here's Paul's link right here. Go over to PSV Odyssey and check out Paul's channel. Shirley put it up as well. Thank you, Shirley. That's his latest video right there. Good morning, Billy. How are you from Bama Nola Adventures? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Good morning, Bama Nola.
For extra income, start a printing company for YouTubers. That's a good idea. I would have to look into that. What would I print? Would I print swag, t-shirts, and all of that? I know nothing about doing that. I'm not very business savvy myself. I can put out a good fire though. I could save your cat from a tree. Lonecross says, my novel is 13 chapters so far, not close to an ending yet. Writer's block is hit and makes it harder to do. Yeah, I've heard that too. When I was a recording musical artist, man, writer's block is awful. I would write stuff and write and crumple it up and throw it away. It's like, what the hell? Or they'd just sit there and stare at the paper. Terrible. Writer's block is awful. Kenny, you got a thought?
I'm sure that another thing you can do is eat some really good food and make your junk off your brain.
If eating food, look at this chin, Kenny. If eating food would make me money, I'd be a millionaire by now. Because, so we're gonna try our hand at the writing thing. I think maybe we'll probably start the arbitrage again at some point. We really need to do something because honestly, like I said, it's time for me to move on. I've been doing a lot where I'm at. 40 years is a long time, but there's no way that I can physically retire. But I would like to. I watch people and our friends that are, they're doing it. They're doing what I want to do, or I want to do what they're doing. They're in their RV and they're moving around. They're seeing things and they're working from their RV. So Kenny, you hit it on the head, like what Miss Meg's doing. If I could get a job where I could work on the computer during the day, or certain days of the week, bring in some income, and then be able to do what we like to do is travel around and make content, that kind of thing. I think that would be perfect.
Yeah.
I could be a restaurant critic. Free meals all around the world, right? That would be perfect. I'd have to bring Kenny with me. We'd have to do it together.
Yes. I've actually been wanting to meet you in person and go get a meal or something.
Thank you, Shirley. Right? We gotta do that. Yeah, Lone Cross came up with it too. Food critic. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Good morning, Victoria. How are you? It's good to see you.
Good morning, Hope Bus.
Thank you for dropping in. I hope the weather's getting warmer where you're at. It certainly is here. We had some rain over the weekend, but it was warm. It was up to around 50 degrees. The ground is certainly starting to thaw, although the surface froze overnight. I let the puppies out this morning and the ground was hard. But underneath, I think, is thawed through, so it won't be long. We'll be getting our hands in the dirt. I have some peppers growing there on the counter in front of the window. And I've been nursing them all winter, believe it or not. Garden State Gardener sent me some pepper seeds, and I planted them, and we've been taking good care of them. I have 2 good plants that are growing. Hey, the Ford man's here. Kenny, did you say hi to the Ford man? Good morning, Ford man. Is that 15 degrees, Shirley?
That has to be Celsius. That can't be.
No, that's not Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit.
It may be where she's from. It's cold. Right? Vicky says when the sun is out, she is out, and that's for sure. We've had some pretty good temps lately. Nothing like what I saw in Florida. My best friend, the person that I stayed with down in Florida, called me yesterday. And he was like, "Hey, how's the weather up there?" And I said, "Oh, the sun just came out. We've had some rain, but the sun's out now, and it's probably about 45 degrees." And my mother's reiterating. So he said the same thing. He's like, "Oh, it down here, it's beautiful, sunny and 90. Thanks, Mom. But you guys deserve it. You deserve being down there with that nice weather. Although it gets a little humid for them towards the summertime. I can handle the humidity, but humidity to some is like the cold to others. It's becomes unbearable. But what are you gonna do? Hopping. Be careful. I don't know what you did, my friend, but just be careful. So if you didn't know, Dawn has injured herself. She's on crutches, and she's been elevating her legs, so she's off to get some medication. I'm assuming pain medication, maybe, or anti-inflammatory. Shirley, I hope you're getting your vitamin D. Vicky says, I take vitamin D every day, and I also do my best to get out in the sun. I was out there yesterday. I take off my hat and let the sun beat down on this bald cranium of mine. Let's see. It's 30 up here in upstate New York. I don't know what it is here. The sun's up, though, which is nice. It's probably about that. It's in the high 20s anyway, close to 30. You're where the Gaylors are at. We're kind of on the same level. Although, man, they get that lake effect snow and lake effect weather out there, so it can get really cold. But we're basically demographically are in the kind of on the same latitude or longitude.
Does
It's
anybody
latitude,
want-
right? Latitude's this way? Or is that longitude? I don't know. But we're kind of in the same place, so our weather can mimic each other. Shirley says the sun's out where she's at. Billy's saying hello to my mother. And yeah, so we do like old people do. We talk about the weather. Oh, Sean, you're right on, buddy. So he says it's got to be close to tiki time. And what Sean's referring to is Tiki Jim's Dockside, which is my tiki bar, which I can see right out the window. And it's funny, I was thinking about it yesterday. I'm staring at the tiki bar, and I'm like, it's almost time. It's almost time to open it. But it's only the 1st of April. Oh, happy April Fools, by the way. But it's the 1st of April, and we could get some more snow. I don't want it, but we could be getting it. So it's not time yet for the tiki bar, but almost. Sean's right. Sean, you'll have to come over and help me open it up. Get the water going, start the water heater. We do have hot and cold running water in the tiki bar. The lake effect, snow and cold can be brutal, right, Charlie? I've been out to your neck of the woods in the winter, and it's not fun. Billy says it's 72, and it'll be 86 there in New Orleans. I really like New Orleans, and I like that area. I'm definitely living in the wrong part of the country. How's the weather down? Well, you're in Michigan right now, Kenny. So is it cold there?
Yes, it is cold, and we've had some snow off and on.
How much snow do they got on the ground? Is it melted, or do you guys have? Is it accumulated?
I think yesterday it just spit snow or something. I got a notification on my phone that it was snowing out. So.
Kenny's not used to all that snow. He lives in Tennessee normally. They don't get snow like we get up here in the north. Welcome to the north, Kenny.
I like Michigan and stuff, but I don't like the cold and I don't like the snow.
I don't blame you. I don't like it either. I don't ski anymore. I don't own a snowmobile. I don't ice fish anymore. I used to do all of that when I was younger. I ice fished. I snowmobiled. I used to ski a lot. I don't do that anymore. I break easy. And I'm not saying that because I'm afraid of getting broken, but I've gotten broken. And it takes a while for me to heal. And that's not fun. So, Vicky's learning to tan bear hide. Saving $1,800 by doing it yourself. Right on. That's awesome. Are you using like borax and stuff? What do you use to tan that hide? I had a friend of mine who used to tan deer hide and make like really soft like deer leather. I think he used like borax and some other chemicals. Kayla says Saturday hit 70. We could have started getting the yard ready. We didn't, right? I still have snow in my yard. It's spotty, but like where I keep looking out the window and there's no snow where I'm looking, but there's other portions of the yard that they still have about 8 inches of it. It's crazy. So, how long are you there, Kenny?
I'm here until the end of May.
The end of May. So you're going to be there right through spring. Sean says we could do a Wednesday night tiki show. Absolutely, Sean. It's going to happen. That's when we'll feature. Well, I already did one tiki drink last week, which was the traditional hurricane. Which for Billy and Bamanola, I think the hurricane was invented there in New Orleans, which is a nice, tasty, fruity drink. But yeah, we'll do a hump day cocktail hour from the tiki bar. I'm also going to go up to Steadfast Distilling and Spirits and Distilling Company, which is here in New Hampshire. Good friend of mine. We featured his whiskey for the Manhattan a couple Wednesdays ago, and we're going to do a live. Him and I have been talking about me doing a remote at the distillery and doing Hump Day Cocktail Hour there with them. And you guys can get a tour of the distillery, and we'll feature some of his cocktails made with his flavored moonshine that he makes. So that should be fun. I'm not sure when we're going to do that. Probably soon, within the next month. I'd like to try to get up there. We're working out the logistics of it because we'll have to take some equipment on the road with us. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it'll work out. Kenny's got a grin on his face.
You're frozen again, brother.
Oh, geez. I'm frozen again.
But
We have a terrible signal today.
But I can hear you though.
Well, like I said, we're doing it's the Monday Morning Cup of Joe radio show. We're gonna be spinning the hits from today and yesterday. You're gonna be spinning them with Mr. Jimmy right here on Astute Radio. How's that? Would I make a good DJ?
Yes, that sounded pretty good.
Right now we're spinning the hits. So all right, let's spin some hits. You ready for this? This one's coming to you live. It's from the 1990s hit "Dragging Me Down" by the band Jack. There you go. This is my old band, Kenny. I know you probably don't like it, but it's heavy music. Sean would remember this band.
What was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say now.
I know I froze up. I'm not frozen. I was talking about being a DJ.
Don says you could do voiceovers for ads, etc.
You know what? I've thought of that, and I actually took a class on doing voiceovers. I think I could probably do voiceovers. What do you think?
I think it would work out good for you.
I read something off this card. Thank you for your support in helping us grow our business. It means the world to us. Thanks again, Mary and Martin Rayner from Kono Pizza in Cape Cod. What do you think?
Cool. Yeah, I think it would work out good for you.
I could try it. Maybe that's what I'll do. Voiceovers is something, it's part of the creative thing. And of course, we're all creative people. That's why we're here, right? Mm-hmm. Thank you for that, Miss Dawn. How are you feeling? I hope you're feeling okay. I don't like it when you're hurt. Puts a stop to all the fun. Become a mime. Right? Yeah, I don't know if I could do that.
What's a mime?
A mime is, you ever see those guys, they put white on their face and they usually wear like white and black striped shirt, and they're like a clown that doesn't talk, and they do the box, like they're in the box. You ever see those guys, Kenny?
I don't think so.
Okay, let's look up a mime. I'll show you a mime. There was some famous mimes out there. Let's see. All right, so this is a mime. Let me go over. We're going to share the screen. See those guys, Kenny? You ever seen those kind of clowns?
They kind of look like what do you call it? Jailer people that go into jail.
Right? Yeah, you kind of the clothing. But they're usually they're clowns. I think they originated in France. They don't talk, and they do like they're in like a virtual. They do things like they're in a virtual box, or they pull themselves with, fake rope and that kind of a thing. The mimes. But that's what a mime is. I don't know if I could be a mime. Let's see. Mr. Tranquillo says, "This is great. Great voice you have. Thank you. Thank you, and welcome to the Astute Tourist. It's 6:46 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you're tuned to the Astute Tourist Radio." Sean says, all of my bands are pretty awesome heavy metal. Yeah, most of them were. Well, I played with the Adam Ezra group, and that was not heavy metal. Let's see.
Hope Bus is asking me, am I missing Kicking the Country? Yes, somewhat. I know they're missing me.
They're missing you, Kenny? I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
I'm definitely sure they are. So I'm trying to look up. I'm actually looking up something I'm going to share with you guys.
Good morning, Sharon Rowland.
Hi, Sharon. Good morning. Thanks for coming in. Let's see. See if I can share a screen with you. All right, see that?
Yes.
Let me turn this other music off. See that guy with the mustache and the black T-shirt?
Yeah, I've seen that now.
So this is the Adam Ezra group. This was a band that I was in the early 2000s after all the heavy metal stuff.
Oh, cool.
This was at the Paradise in Boston. And it was the video we made for this song that Adam wrote called The Boy. Hey, there I am. I had hair. It was brown. So this was after the heavy metal. After the heavy metal stuff. Good morning, Sharon. Thank you again for coming in. Hey, Billy passed 40,000 views. Right on, Billy. Good job.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's awesome. Dickie saying so cool. There will be CPR, maybe copyright for this music. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think Adam, he owns all the rights to it, so I don't think he's going to hit me up. And if he does, he'll get one of these. He's a good friend of mine, so I don't think there'll be any issues with the copyright. But there you go. There's me playing with an old band. I won't bore you with that anymore, but I was born with facial hair. It's funny, if you look at, we have a video that when we went on one of the cruises, I shaved my mustache, and let me just say that I'll never do that again. Never again. I've had this mustache since I was able to grow facial hair. Although there was a couple times that I did shave it when I was at the fire academy. They don't allow facial hair. And when I got married, I shaved it. But yeah, if you go to one of them videos, you'll see exactly what I mean. I will never shave again. And once I retire, I'm going to grow the biggest beard you'll ever see because whose video was that? It was mine. Oh, that if there's some videos in a band you are playing guitar would like to see. I will so that's Adams. That was me playing bass. I was the bass player in that band. There's some other videos out there. I'll have to find them and I'll share them with you guys. There's not many. I do have videos of me playing regular guitar, but the problem is that's when I'll get the copyright strike because I'm playing other people's music. What I'll have to do is pick up one of those guitars over there and just play some of my original stuff someday. So, when is your next live, Kenny?
Probably, I don't know if we're going to be having a hockey game this Friday or Saturday or not. I'm not sure.
You guys just went to one, didn't you?
Yes, I've been live streaming the hockey game. This past weekend, we just played Motor City Rockers versus, of course, the Port Huron Prowlers is the team that you want to root for because, after all, I'm in Port Huron, Michigan. So
yeah, but I like the Motor City. What is it? The Motor City Rockers?
yes,
I like that name.
they used to be called Motor City Mechanics.
There you go, Kenny. You're a mechanic. Do you know? Here's a trivia question for y'all. Do you know who the Motor City Madman is? There's a question for you. Who's the Motor City Madman? Somebody out there's got to know. Any of you rock music fans will know. Billy's doing some shameless plugging, which is fine. You guys can share out your links if you want. I'm all about it. You know what I got to do here? Because I do it for most everybody. All right, Mr. Tranquillo. Mr. Tranquillo is now a moderator on the channel. Hey, Lone Cross got it. Right on. Ted Nugent, Sweaty Teddy. He's the Motor City Madman. Kenny, do you know Ted Nugent?
No, I don't.
I wouldn't expect you to, Kenny, because you're not a rock and roll fan. But Ted Nugent is a guitar player, singer. He's the Motor City Madman. Let's see. Vicky says, "Did you hear Canada is now blocking videos on YouTube and any social that our government don't agree with?" I'm not surprised. Yeah, don't get me going, but I'm not surprised. I'll be honest. I'm not a fan of the leadership there, but that's all I'm saying. Because then they'll block me.
No comment.
When my chief passed away, I went to trim my stash to attend the service. The guard got changed on my clippers. I had to shave it off. I haven't shaved it since basic training. Right? Yeah, sometimes you get so used to it. Even Colleen was like, "What did you do?" She's like rubbing my face. "I don't think I like that." Because I've had this mustache like you since 83. I mean, I was all of that even before. I was one of those guys I could grow a beard when I was later in high school. So, yes, they took that last House meeting. Yeah, you guys in Canada, huh? The hell? Censorship. I know they've been filtering, but now they make the screen black out. Great. Gotta love it. That's what the world's coming to. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to, I can't continue to talk about that because the the powers to be, they don't like it. Sharon says, I think men with beards and mustaches are, hey, we're sexy. I'm a sexy man. Thanks, Sharon. All of us hairy-faced men, thank you.
Me personally, I can only let my facial hair grow so long and it's got to go because it itches me to death.
Gray takes over, right? Yeah, I just let the gray go. The problem is upstairs. I used to have a beautiful head of hair. Now I'm working on a head of skin. It happens. That male pattern baldness sets in. What are you going to do? What can you do? It's life, right, Kenny? I'm just aging gracefully, as they say. Going gray and bald.
Yeah, well, I've always been told, too, when you get older, things start falling apart.
That is a correct statement, sir. And it's harder to bounce back. That's why I don't ski. That's why I don't snowmobile anymore and do things where, even in my job, that's why I have a position where I can have the youngins do the work, and there's less chance of me getting injured. Let's see. Gonna make Terry breakfast before work. All right, thank you, Vicky. Thanks for coming in. And we need to, you got to come back up on our panel with Kenny and I next time.
Have a good one, Vicky.
Vicky, next time you got to put on your fuzzy long underwear, and you come up on the panel with Kenny and I, and you'll be the co-host with us. My youngest son has less hair than I do. Yeah, my oldest son, he started losing his hair too. It's upsetting. I had a full, thick head of hair. There was a time when my hair I had it long. It was going down my back. You know, being in a band and all, I had long hair. I loved my hair. It was curly. My hair is naturally curly. Some girls are jealous of the curly hair, but yeah, now I'd look like that creepy old guy if I let it grow long now. Vicky's laughing. She says, she lives in that outfit. Terry's getting worried. As long as you wash it, I think you'll be fine. Got to wash it once in a while.
Yes. Oh.
Thank you, Vicky.
But,
right?
Anyway.
I can understand why Terry would be worried. You gotta wash that uniform. Anyway, let's see. Holy smokes! Look at the time, Kenny.
The image I just saw in my head.
Right? Oh man! I want to thank everybody for coming in. Of course, as always, I want to thank Kenny for coming in. It's good to see you, my friend. Enjoy that cold weather. Tell Crystal I said hi. Tell Crystal we all said hi.
I can tell you this, I've been eating really good since I've been up here.
Yeah, she's feeding you well, is she?
Yeah, last night I had taco bake, and that, I will say, made my tongue suck my brain.
Every time you say that, I just picture your skull coming off, like we were talking about last week. The Ren and Stimpy cartoon. We have to definitely, we got to design a shirt, Kenny.
And also, if you have not checked out my video where I did the taste test of Hungry Howie's pizza,
I haven't had that.
That is some really good pizza. That makes
is that pizza from Michigan?
Yeah, it's a place called Hungry Howie's.
Hungry Howie's.
And
it'll make your tongue slap your brain. Yes. Sharon says the Gaylors, your son I bet is handsome with or without hair. All right, look, quit it. I'm gonna pee my pants. Quit it, Kenny. we're gonna end it with that. I want to thank Kenny. I want to thank everybody for coming into the chat. You know that we love and appreciate you all. Don't forget PMA, positive mental attitude. It'll definitely save your day. The positive energy pushes that negative energy away, and it'll definitely make your day. It'll make your week. It'll make your year. So adopt positivity in your life. Don't forget to pay things forward. Say a kind word to people every day. Make them smile, shake their hand, give them a hug if they're inclined. You never know what somebody's going through in their day. You never know what their story is. So just a kind word to somebody or making them giggle, like Kenny makes me giggle every day, brings in that positive energy, and it'll help make their day for sure. Don't forget to keep our first responders and our men and women of the armed services in your thoughts every day, because they're out there every day keeping us safe and protecting our freedoms. Don't forget, talk about and think about that flag back there, the red, white, and blue, and any flag from the country of your origin. It's definitely worth more than the cloth it's printed on. That represents more than just the cloth. It's freedoms, it's liberty, it's safety, and a lot of people have given their lives to protect that. So it's not just a flag, but it's definitely a great idea, and it's something that we need to protect every day. So with that said, I want to wish everybody a happy Monday. It's a good start of the week. I hope you all have a good one. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. And on behalf of Kenny and myself, I want to wish everybody peace and love from deep down in my heart. Love you guys, and I appreciate you. My name is
Bye,
Jimmy.
guys.
I'm your astute tourist. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.